Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Goddess Way podcast. I'm your host, Carolina, and on this podcast, we talk all things feminine energy, manifestation, the spiritual journey, and overall just stepping into your highest version, your most empowered version, reclaiming the goddess within. So thank you so much for tuning in today, and on today's episode, we're going to be talking about reclaiming your magic, your feminine energy. I recently just got back from two of the most magical weeks of my life. I was doing a breathwork and sacred space holding training, and this was an all women's group, so we were really feeling that feminine energy, that connection, that magic. And the area that I was in was also a very spiritual place. It attracted a lot of spiritual people. The energy there was heightened. Everybody there was drinking cacao, doing song circles. Just overall, there's this very free energy, and you're sort of on a spiritual high when you're there because you feel that energy and you feel good and you're connected to the magic in life. But what goes up must come down. So when I came home, I kind of felt the opposite of that. I'd come from this very spiritual place, and then when I came home, I sort of felt really empty because I wasn't surrounded by all of those women. I didn't have as easy access to the cacao ceremonies and the song circles and just all of that magic that I experienced. So I started to feel just really alone and really disconnected sometimes. And that was something that I needed to experience because it was also Mercury retrograde, and all of those shadows do start to come up. All of those negative feelings, they're meant to come up during this time and they're meant to be triggered. So it was a blessing that they came up so then I could finally release them. And now that I'm out of that place, I've started to find my own magic and reconnect to the magic in life without needing to be in that space where I'm constantly being stimulated by all of these events. Because when I was on that retreat, it was like we were doing these things every single day. Every single day we were doing these things to raise our vibration together. We were doing these events, we were doing these cacao ceremonies, these breathwork ceremonies, and overall just being in that community really raises your vibration, and it really helps you just feel so connected to the world when you're connecting in community in that way. So I'm so grateful that I got to experience that, but now that I'm home, I get to take the magic home with me. It doesn't have to stop just because I'm home. Everything in life is perspective, so you get to choose what you want to invite into your life. You get to choose how you see things in life. If you want to choose to see your life as boring, as uneventful, or if you want to invite that magic into your life wherever you are. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about how you can invite that magic into your life and how you can live a life more in your feminine energy, because we're so much in our masculine energy all the time. The masculine is all about logic, doing, hustling, whereas the feminine is about creation. It's about slowing down. It's about reconnecting to the simple things in life and inviting that magic into your life, living a life of pleasure, of purpose, which you can choose to do at any moment through your intention, through shifting your energy, shifting into that feminine energy. So before we get into all of the juicy tips for today, I just want to shout out my new membership, the Embodied Membership, which is a space for women to share, to grow, to learn, to step into their most embodied version, reconnect to their feminine energy. So when you join, you get access to 2 monthly events. One is going to be a training or a workshop on topics like manifestation, feminine energy, sacred sexuality, and so much more. We're also going to be doing a monthly event. So this is going to be a sister circle or a breathwork ceremony, new and full moon ceremonies, and really so much more. We're going to be creating so much magic. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, DM me the word goddess and I'll send you a discount for $11.11 off your first month. And now let's get into today's episode, which is inviting that magic into your life. So like I mentioned, we do live in a very masculine society. We're all about work. We're all about hustle. And we're really disconnected from our magic, from our feminine side, which is the side of our creativity, our passion, our purpose. And so many of us in our lives, we're just living a numb life, a numb experience, because we're disconnected from that feminine side. So we're doing all of these things to drain ourselves, essentially. We're watching Netflix, we're engaging in toxic habits, drinking, partying, and all of these things disconnect us from our magic, from that feminine side. So many of us are depressed in our lives because we're not doing things that feed our soul. We're not nourishing our soul, our body, and instead we're engaging in things that are energetically draining us, therefore disconnecting us from that magic. And these are most likely things like TV, social media, unhealthy food, alcohol, porn. All of these things drain us of our life force energy, making us feel depressed, making us feel sad, ill. So the first step in reconnecting to your magic in life is to do things that give you energy instead of engaging in things that are draining you of your energy. Because those things that are draining you of your energy, those are the things that are going to make you feel depressed, that are going to make you sick, make you ill. And the things that give you energy, the things that make you feel good, are the things that are going to help you reconnect to that magic, reconnect to your purpose and your passion in life. So the first thing that you should do is write a list of everything that drains you and everything that gives you energy, and put this list somewhere that it's easily accessible. So maybe have it on your phone, because that way when you don't feel good and you feel like you're not connected to that magic in life, you can pull out your phone and read what you wrote on that list of things that are draining you and figure out if you're engaging in those things that are draining you, or if you're engaging in things that are gonna fill your soul, are gonna make you feel energized. There's this amazing quote that I found on Instagram that goes, "If it drains you, it's not for you. If it energizes you, it's a clue." And this cannot be more true, because the things that drain you, they're disconnecting you from your magic, from your pleasure in life, from your purpose. So when you start to do things that energize you, that light you up, that make you feel good, you're following your pleasure, you're following the magic, and you're gonna attract more of that into your life. You're gonna be operating from a higher energy, a higher frequency. You're gonna become more magnetic to all of your desires because you're living a life that lights you up, that excites you. So write that list of all of the things that are draining you in your life right now and all of the things that give you energy, and make that list your Bible. Live your life based on that list. Let it be a clue for what you need to be doing more of in your life. The second thing you can do to reconnect to your magic and your feminine energy is to find meaning in everything. You may not be consciously aware of this, but everything in your reality is there for a reason. All of these things that we attract into our reality, whether they are good or bad, they all have meaning behind them. Every single person we talk to, every single video we come across on social media, every little animal we see in our reality, they're all in your reality for a reason. There's meaning behind every single thing in your reality. And the more that you can tune into this, and the more that you can recognize that there is meaning in every single thing in your reality, the more magic you're going to connect to in your reality. And the more connected you're going to feel to the universe, the more you're going to feel supported and loved by the universe, because the universe is always communicating with you. The universe is always sending you signs, little synchronicities. And once you start to tune into these little synchronicities, you're going to attract more. You're gonna start seeing the magic everywhere. You're gonna start seeing these signs from the universe all around you, which is gonna make you feel more connected to the universe, the magic in this reality. So if you wanna live a life filled with more of that magic, and you want to feel like the universe has your back, like the universe is watching out for you, you're taken care of, then start to look for the signs. Start to look for the meaning in your reality. So for example, let's say a random song plays on the radio. Well, what meaning does that have for you in this moment of time? Or maybe you see a butterfly. Well, look up what that butterfly could mean. It means transformation. It means stepping into a new chapter of your life. Even the annoying things have meaning to them as well, and can help you navigate your life better and identify your wounds, your triggers. I was on a call with my boyfriend one time, and I was telling him that on my walk, there were all of these annoying flies all around me, and it just really agitated me. And he's very spiritual as well, so he said to me, well, what's triggering you? What's annoying you? Because those flies are just a reflection of something that's agitating you, something that's annoying you. So now every time something in my external reality is bad or is annoying me or frustrating me, I always look within and I try to find the meaning in it. And this is another way to reconnect to that magic and trust that the universe always has your back no matter what it currently looks like. And this is basically what that trend lucky girl syndrome is. It's knowing that no matter what it currently looks like, everything is always working out in your favor. So even if something shows up in your reality that's deemed as bad, it's actually not bad. It's actually there to serve you in some way. It's there to trigger you into healing something within yourself, into showing you what you need to heal in order to get that desire, in order to get whatever you've been manifesting. So shifting your perspective to see things with meaning behind them can really change your entire life, because it shows you that there is a bigger picture. It shows you that the universe is always supporting you and the universe is always working in your favor, no matter what it currently looks like. So even if something shows up in your reality that seems bad or it seems like nothing is going your way, it actually is. And when you start to see all of these things in your reality as having meaning, all of these things that are actually serving you in your life, actually leading you to where you want to be, then you're going to attract so many more blessings into your reality. You're just going to become a magnet to blessings, because you are no longer playing the victim in your life. You are no longer in that victim mentality of, oh, nothing is going my way. The universe hates me. Why does the world hate me? No, because you know that all of these things in your reality, they're there to serve you. They're there to lead you to where you want to go, onto your highest timeline. So even if something is going against your manifestation, and maybe you're trying to manifest something, you're doing the work to change your mindset, change your self-concept, but there's still that resistance in getting your manifestation. Well, the thing is, when you're manifesting, the universe is only going to have two answers: yes, or I have something better for you. Because when something isn't manifesting, it means that the universe has another plan for you. It has something better coming your way. There's still something you need to learn before you get that desire. Which leads me into my next tip. Start to live in the flow of life and become detached from your desires, from your manifestations. So most of us in our life, we have some goals, we have some manifestations, and that's good. We need that masculine energy, that structure. We need to have these goals so that we can grow, so that we have some purpose in our life. But the thing with a lot of this modern manifestation is that it comes from the masculine energy, all about trying to force an outcome, control an outcome through your thoughts, through living in the end, through being delusional. And don't get me wrong, I love manifestation. I will practice manifestation until the day I die. But I do think that there are some issues with the way that manifestation is being taught, because you never want to force an outcome. You never want to put your worth into having that desire, because that means that you're living in the future and you're not enjoying where you are right now. You're disconnected from your self-worth, your happiness, because you're essentially saying to the universe, hey, I'm not going to be happy until I have that desire. So most people, when they're practicing manifestation, they believe that that desire is above them. They put it on a pedestal, and therefore it's out of reach, and they're never going to be able to get that manifestation. And they're also disconnected from the magic in life because they're living in the future. They're trying to force that manifestation, and they're denying where they currently are. And ultimately, they start to live in lack because they believe that they don't have that desire. They're focused on not having that specific desire, that specific manifestation. And by doing this, one, you're not living in the present moment and you're not enjoying your life. And two, that desire is probably never going to manifest because you're living in lack and you're trying to control a situation. You're putting your worth into having that desire. And the universe hates when you do this. The universe hates when you try to find happiness outside of yourself, when you're just waiting to get that desire before you can feel a certain way, before you can act a certain way, before you can start living your life and doing all the things that you want to do, the things that fill your soul up. So instead, what you want to do is you want to be detached from that desire. You need to be completely fine if you never get that desire. Set your intentions, do the work to intentionally call in that desire, say your affirmations, embody the identity of a person who has that, but then detach yourself from it. Don't become obsessed with that desire, because if you're chasing that desire, then that desire is going to run away from you. So you need to have balance. You need to be intentionally creating your reality, but also taking a step back and detaching from the outcome, not expecting it, not putting your worth into having it. And when you do this, when you say to the universe, I want this, but I do not need this, that's when it's going to come into your life. As soon as you detach from it and you stop putting your worth and your happiness into having that thing, and you trust that the universe has your back and the universe knows what's best for you. And if that manifestation is not manifesting, there is a reason for it. Maybe it's that you're not ready for it. Maybe it's that you have to go down a different path. You're not meant to have this thing because there's something better waiting for you. There's something that's more aligned to you and your soul, and something that is going to light you up even more. Another way to reconnect to the magic in life is to just live in flow. What this means is that you don't try to control everything. You don't try to force outcomes. And instead, you take a step back and you let the universe guide you. You trust that the universe knows what's best for you, and you trust that what's meant for you is going to find you. So again, you're not attached to a specific outcome. And this is one of the most powerful ways to reconnect to your magic, because you're living your life from a place of trust, knowing that the universe has your back and what's meant for you is going to find you. One way you can step into flow in your life is if you're somebody who's always planning stuff, like you have every single day perfectly planned out. Well, one thing you can do is just give yourself a day to do whatever feels good to you and live in flow. So what you can do is you can intuitively ask yourself, what do I feel like doing today? And listen to your intuition, listen to what comes up, and let that inner guidance guide you to where you're meant to be, what you're meant to be doing on this specific day. So maybe you close your eyes and you ask yourself, what do I want to do? And maybe your intuition says, I want to go to the farmer's market. Well, now you are living in flow, and now you are connected to the magic in life because you're following that inner guidance, you're following that intuition, and that intuition can lead you on so many different paths towards so much magic. Maybe you followed that intuition and you met your future boyfriend. You really never know what's going to happen when you follow your intuition and you step into the flow of life and you stop trying to control everything and you just sort of let the universe handle it. Be guided by your intuition. When you step into the flow, you really make so much room for that magic to come into your life, and you attract more aligned experiences because you're following your inner guidance. You're not living in your mind. You're not doing what your mind wants to do, what your ego wants you to do, but you're listening to your body and you're connecting to your inner guidance, which is ultimately going to lead you exactly where you're meant to be in life. So learn to follow that inner guidance and start to step into the flow more often in your life. Don't plan anything, just follow that inner guidance and really see where it takes you, because that's where you're going to find the most magic in your life, is through that inner guidance. The next way to reconnect to that magic in life, that feminine energy, is through having little rituals and doing things with intention. So our intention in life really gives things meaning and really gives things power. And it can really invite in that magic into daily things. When I was in Guatemala, a big thing there is cacao. They have the cacao forest there where they make that ceremonial cacao. And the thing that makes this ceremonial cacao different than regular chocolate is the intention in which it's made. Ceremonial cacao has to be made in a specific way, and the people who farm the cacao and make the cacao make it with love. They make it with intention. We went and visited a cacao forest, and I really saw that everybody there was honoring the cacao. They were honoring the spirit of cacao, the medicine of cacao, because cacao is a heart opener. It alters your state of consciousness. It makes you feel good and feel open. Whereas regular chocolate is mass produced and it's not made with intention. The people farming it aren't getting paid very well. There's a lot of negative energy going into that chocolate. It's also stripped of a lot of its nutritional properties. And they're adding a lot of processed sugars. It's just not as pure as the ceremonial cacao. And because of that, one is medicine. One is a heart opener. One has all of these spiritual properties, whereas the other is just a sugary snack. So your intention can really change everything in your life. If you are doing things with intention and you are consistently setting intentions in your life, you're doing these little rituals every day, adding some magic into your everyday life, you're going to be living more of an intentional, magical life. So an example of how to live your life with more intention and how to do these little rituals every single day is maybe you're drinking a cup of tea. Well, speak your intention into that tea. Send that tea love, send that tea gratitude. Water actually holds on to specific vibrations. So when you are doing this, that water is actually picking up on those vibrations. And when you drink it, you're essentially becoming that vibration. Another example is maybe you're taking a shower. Well, while you're in that shower, do a little energy cleansing. Imagine that water is cleansing over your body, washing any negative energy away. Another little ritual you can do is just taking some deep breaths throughout your day. Whenever you feel stressed or whenever you feel like you just need to come back to yourself and come back to the present moment, just take a deep inhale and release it. Take a deep exhale and this will help you tune into the present moment, become more mindful, and it'll also help you release any stagnant energy. Another little ritual you can do is to cleanse your home and cleanse your energy. You can do this by burning herbs, burning incense. Whenever you feel like you just need a fresh start and you need to call in some fresh energy, this is a really powerful little ritual you can do, is just intentionally cleansing your space and cleansing your energy of anything you're ready to let go of. And generally, you can make anything into a ritual. You can make anything intentional. This is how you reconnect to the magic in your life, is by giving everything meaning and doing things with intention. Whenever you do anything in life, have an intention behind it. Why are you doing this? What do you want to get out of this? How do you want to feel by doing this thing, engaging in this activity? Everything in your life can be a ritual, can have spiritual meaning behind it. You give things meaning through your intention, through doing things intentionally. It doesn't matter if you're just taking a walk, if you're just listening to some music, if you're just drinking a cup of tea. You can make things into a spiritual, magical experience just through your intention, just through romanticizing those little things, hyping them up, getting excited about these little things in your life. That is really the ultimate way to invite more magic into your life, is just appreciating the little things and just doing things with intention. Life is what you make of it. You need to take what you're given in life and make something beautiful out of it. Take what you're given and make it magical. And that, my friends, concludes today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you like this episode today, make sure to give me a rating or share the podcast on your Instagram stories. I would absolutely love that. And if you feel called to join my monthly ceremonies and my monthly trainings, where we're gonna dive into so much more magic and connect with each other, connect to our own magic, our authenticity, our goddess, sensual energy. Then go ahead and join my embodied membership. Again, if you DM me the word goddess, you get 11/11 off your first month, which is only $22, which is honestly such a steal because you're gonna get 2 events plus a library of resources, which has over $200 worth of meditations, workbooks, subliminal audios. So go ahead and join. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next podcast episode. Bye for now.